One of the best ways to increase student ownership is to make students a part of the process, tracking their mastery and tracking their progress towards these goals. So, the first thing to consider when you're doing this is how your students will demonstrate that they understand the objective at the start of the lesson. So, are you checking in with students to make sure they can articulate what they're actually working towards? Another question to think about is how will you remind students of the objective and connect the work to the objective during the lesson? So I've had times in my lesson plan where I've written notes to myself, or maybe I'm transitioning from independent work to partner work, or from direct instruction to independent work. And I've used these transitions to remind students of the objective again and connect what they're doing toward that objective or that learning goal. So as they're working, they can see their own progress towards mastering that goal. Another question to consider is how will your students demonstrate they've achieved mastery of the day's objective? So once they've finished today's work, how do they know if they've met the objective? What is the deliverable or the overarching project or idea they're going to share with you to show they've mastered the objective? And finally, can your students articulate how today's objective relates to and builds on previous lessons? So again, that goes back to the idea of the big picture for students. Can they track their progress, not just in today's work, but in maybe the unit work or even the year's work? And that will really help students to take ownership of their own learning. And that ownership will really help maximize student engagement.